A federal jury in Bridgeport found TAHJAY LOVE, also known as Goon, 25, and ZAEKWON McDANIEL, also known as Gap, and Young Gap, 25, MALIK Bayon, also known as Pop, and Dirt, 27, and James Graham, also known as Little Cuz, 24, guilty of offenses related to their participation in the 960 gang, a violent Waterbury street gang. Today's announcement was made by Vanessa Roberts Avery, United States Attorney for the District of Connecticut, Maureen T. Platt, State's Attorney for the Waterbury Judicial District, Robert Fuller, Special Agent in charge of the New Haven Division of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, James Ferguson, Special Agent in charge, ATF Boston Field Division, and Waterbury Police Chief Fernando C. Spagnola. In an effort to address drug trafficking and related violence in Waterbury, the FBI, ATF, and Waterbury Police have been investigating multiple Waterbury-based groups, including the 960 Gang. On September 14th, 2021, a federal grand jury in Hartford returned a 36-count indictment charging 960 members, Love, McDaniel, Bayon, and Graham, and 12 other alleged gang members with racketeering, narcotics trafficking, firearms possession, M, attempted M, and assault and obstruction of justice offenses. According to the evidence presented during the trial, on October 31st, 2017, 960 members were involved in drive-by shooting in the area of Porter Street and Bank Street in Waterbury and attempted to an M member of a rival gang. An individual who was shot and wounded in the shooting, investigators recovered 17 shell casings from 4 different firearms at the scene. Also identified the car used by the assailants. McDaniel's DNA was found on the steering wheel of the car. On November 22nd, 2017, McDaniel, Bayon, and Love shot at Clarence Lewis and Antonio Santos, who were in the car at a restaurant in Waterbury. Lewis sped from the scene at a high rate of speed and crashed into a house at the intersection of Walcott Street and Dallas Avenue in Waterbury. Lewis, 22, and Santos, 20, were pronounced dead at the scene. Shell casings connected 2 of the firearms used during the shooting to the shooting that occurred on October 31st, 2017, and McDaniel's DNA was found on a gun magazine that was dropped at the restaurant. On December 29th, 2017, shortly before 9 p.m., McDaniel shot and injured the father of a rival gang member who was taking out the trash in front of his residence. 960 members, or 960 members, or 960 members, however you say it, 960 members, videoed themselves wearing masks at the scene minutes before the shooting. On October 19, 2019, Love and Graham, who were incarcerated in state custody, assaulted another inmate who they believe had reported to law enforcement Love's admitted role in the November 22, 2017 shooting that resulted in the deaths of Clarence Lewis and Antonio Santos. The jury found Love, McDaniel, and Bayon guilty of conspiracy to engage in a pattern of racketeering activity with special circumstances that they Cade, Clarence Lewis, and Antonio Santos. In the course of a single event, M, in violation of the Violent Crimes in Aid of Racketeering statute, and 2 accounts of causing death through the use of a firearm and in retaliation, the use of a firearm and in relation to a crime of violence. Love and Graham guilty of obstruction of justice, and Bayon guilty of conspiracy to distribute 100 grams or more of heroin and 40 grams or more of fentanyl, possession with intent to distribute narcotics, unlawful possession of firearm by a felon, and possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking offense. At sentencing, which is not scheduled, Love, McDaniel, and Bayon face a mandatory sentence of life in prison, and Graham faces a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years. We thank the jury for its thoughtful analysis of the evidence presented during this lengthy trial, said U.S. Attorney Avery. 960 gang members murdered and attempted to end both rival gang members and innocent victims alike. The U.S. Attorney's Office is committed to using federal law enforcement resources to dismantle violent groups in Waterbury and other cities in Connecticut and prosecute those responsible for the drug trafficking and persistent acts of gun violence that torment the communities in which they operate. I thank the Waterbury State's Attorney's Office for its close cooperation in prosecuting this matter, and the FBI, ATF, and Waterbury Police Department of their excellent work and partnership during this long investigation. This case serves as an important illustration of the importance of cooperation and the sharing of information between various federal and state agencies, said Waterbury State's Attorney Platt. We are extremely thankful for the tremendous efforts and resources that the U.S. Attorney's Office has put forward to aid in prosecution of these serious and violent offenders. I am also very proud and grateful of the hard work, dedication, and professionalism exhibited by members of the Waterbury State's Attorney's Office, including Supervisor, Assistant State's Attorney Don Thickleston, Deputy Assistant State's Attorney Alex Herrero, and Inspector Michael Slavin, and the Waterbury Police Department led by Chief Fernando Spangolo, which led to today's verdicts. The investigation is being conducted by the FBI's Northern Connecticut Gang Task Force, ATF, and Waterbury Police Department with the assistance of the Watertown Police Department, New Milford Police Department, and Connecticut Department of Corrections. This prosecution is a part of the Justice Department's Project Safe Neighborhoods and Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force. The Project Safe Neighborhoods is the centerpiece of the Department of Justice Violent Crime Reduction efforts. The PSN is an evidence-based program proven to be effective in reducing violent crime. OCDETF identifies, disrupts, and dismantles drug traffickers, money launderers, gangs, and transnational criminal organizations through a prosecutor-led and intelligence-driven approach that leverages and strengths of the federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. Hit that like button, comment your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. Much love, peace, blessings. I'll catch you on the next one. Much gratitude.